All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is the fact that we need extra money. You're like, yes, that's exactly why I'm here. So this is called discretionary income. The way you're going to figure this out is you'll add up all your income collectively for the whole household. That's going to be on one side. On the other side, we're doing a lot of math in these videos. On the other side, you're going to add up all your like non-negotiables, housing, transportation, medical, food. Of course, that's a huge one. Those are things that like you don't feel like you have a lot of say over, and then subtract those from your income, see what's left over. That's the discretionary income. I like to call this progress money. If you'll call it progress money, it'll change how you spend it. So there's two ways to get more discretionary income. One is to make more money. That's the most difficult route. We'll talk more about that in future videos. In this video, we're going to learn how to unlock more discretionary income that we already have. So if you are in the age range of like 18 to 45, and I know that covers, it's not just millennials. I think there's like 2 or 3 generations in that age range. But if you're in the age range of 18 to like 45, you were essentially raised to be a consumer. You're the generation that thinks you got to have a $50,000 car with heated seats and in-dash navigation. You're the generation that thinks you have to have 10-foot ceilings and open floor plans in nice neighborhoods. You're the generation that's got like 4 and 5 different subscriptions to media services, and you guys pay $4 and $5 for a cup of coffee just any given time without giving it a second thought. I think one stat I read was that millennials spend on average $300 a month on alcohol. So I don't care what your views are on alcohol, that's a lot of progress money that's just going. It's totally unnecessary. So that's the stuff that we want to look at. We want to find out all the things. I mean, if you think about it, it was just like 3 generations ago, where people were raising their families in houses that their surrounding families got together and helped them build debt-free with no central heating and air, and they drove the same car for 20 and 25 years. That's the generation that built the country, pretty much, that we live in. And somehow along the way, we have elevated the standard of living so high that it's almost unaffordable. So if you can get to a place where, and probably the biggest part of this is going to be changing how much you care about what other people think. Listen to me, I cannot express that enough. If you can change how much you care about what other people think of you, it will have astronomical impact on how much of your progress money you keep in your hands, because there's so much of it that we spend to impress people around us that it doesn't even matter. So if that one thing, you change that one thing, then you're able to drive a car that serves the purpose but may not impress anyone. You're able to live in a house that serves a purpose and serves it well and may not impress anyone. And you're able to, and once you unlock that progress money, not only does it give you the opportunity to be more benevolent and to be more of an investor working on building your legacy, but it's going to like revolutionize your mental health. We talked about in the last video, feeling like you're running in front of an avalanche. That's how this generation feels, because they have bought into this, like, we need all this stuff that we don't actually need, and it's messing us up here. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a notebook, and I want you to take 30 days, a whole month, and write down everything you spend. If you can do it on a phone too. I'm not trying to sound old. You don't have to use pen and paper. If you're like me and you use credit cards for literally everything because reward points are great, you can pay them off at the end of every month too, by the way. But you can take your credit card statement at the end of every month, and you can tally up like everything that you spent, everything on how much on restaurants, how much on housing, how much on coffees, you name it. You categorize that stuff out, I promise you it's going to blow your mind how much discretionary income, how much progress money that you're wasting every month. So if we can unlock that, adjust our lifestyle, we're going to free up a lot of money that's going to give us the opportunity to take steps forward. And it'll be good for you, it'll be good for your children, and it'll be good for their children. So let's start there and see where it goes.